It's a cruel world out there. It's hard to know who to trust. Seems like around every corner there's another hoaxster, jokester, or cloakster. In the end, one thing I've learned is the only person you can trust is yourself. But don't take my word for it. See for yourself with Word Hoax, the game of verbal cloaks, jokes, and master strokes. It'll make you lie to your mama, but don't worry, she's probably not playing this round. Here's your host, Tom Sherman. Wow, thank you, Mr. Announcer. Thank you to the internet for tuning in to the live stream of our Word Hoax public tournament. And of course, many thanks to our stable of Word Hoax contestants waiting backstage. I'm your host, Tom Sherman. We run this tournament every Tuesday through Thursday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, 8:30 Pacific, mostly because it's fun and we don't want to do actual work, but also so we can give out some sweet NFT prizes. So as our players start filtering in, let's remind all the folks out there what everyone's playing for this morning, besides, of course, fame and glory. And that's one of these, an iouNFT. This exclusive 1 out of 10,000 NFT is actually an IOU for a future NFT from an upcoming drop from Story Squad. The current estimated cash value of the IOU NFT is $100 US. And although we can't show the public the art for the actual NFT that this NFT is an IOU for, trust me, it looks great. You're going to love it. And you're going to want to win one of these IOU NFTs from playing this round of Word Hoax. So let's start and start bringing in some players here from backstage before we go over the ground rules on how to play. And let's see, we're going to start here with Tasha wearing the traditional Word Hoax hat. How's it going, Tasha? How do you feel your chances are today of taking the NFT, the IOU NFT?
So Mr. Squirrely here thinks I have a really good job or chance.
Interesting. Bringing a second little backup, phone a friend action. Let's see if that'll help. Also playing today, Sackville-Baggins. Normally, Sackville, you like to pretend like you're not that great at Word Hoax.
I'm seriously not pretending, Tom.
And yet, perennially in the top of the leaderboard.
I'm afraid of the squirrel.
Sackville already getting a little Tasha getting inside of Sackville's head. And then let's also welcome to the stage Kinshasa. Kinshasa, welcome. A newcomer here to the Word Hoax public tournament. What do you think? What do you think so far about your chances are beating Tasha and Sackville-Baggins today? Oh, you're on mute. Well,
you're on mute.
Yeah, you're on mute.
Kinshasa, you're muted.
It looked like a great response.
I was talking smack. I said, of course I'm gonna win. I'm a study, so watch out.
Awesome. I love it. Love the enthusiasm from all three of our contestants and any others that might come in. So here, I'm going to drop a link in the private chat here for us, and that is going to be where we play the Word Hoax round at, the lobby code RARX. So here's how we play. I'm going to read a word, person's name, or movie title, and then you will have a set time limit to supply a trick definition for the word that sounds plausible enough that other players might guess that definition. No Googling is allowed. Keep it PG-13. We are a family show here, folks. And once time expires, we will read the set of fake definitions along with the real one as well and guess around the room. You get points if other players pick your fake definition or if you select the correct definition. You can select your own definition in an attempt to sway the opinion of other players. However, you do not receive a point for your own vote. In round one, we will define a word. In round 2, we write out a biography of a person. And round 3, we write out the plot of a movie title. After that, we crown the champion of the day, update the running leaderboard accordingly, and we'll take a quick look at the leaderboard. It really doesn't matter, but, it's just something I like to do because, whatever. So yesterday, Mark My Word took the day with 4 points, and now in the lead of the week, although not attending today. So really a lot of room for you guys to make up some ground. Other than that, Sackville-Baggins is still tied for the monthly lead along with Tasha. So Kinshasa, you definitely have some work cut out for you. We've got a couple of buzzsaws in here. And oh, look at this. Here we go. More people joining the stage. Rick Rod, Darwin, welcome. Let's see.
Guys.
Are you excited, and are you going to win, Rick Rod?
I'll do my best, man. I have my brain juices flowing.
That's all you need here at Word Hoax is a little bit of brain juice. Darwin, how are your brain juices this morning, and are they flowing?
Oh, they're on medium rare, Tom. What I'm trying to get my head around is what's happening on Tasha's head.
Yes.
It's like Matplotlib got all up in there and just like it's just a lot going on.
She purposefully wore it to get inside people's heads, and it looks like it's already working.
I'm done. Goodbye. I'm done.
Look at
Tasha.
Tasha.
Yeah, it's also got a squirrel on top too.
No
so
squirrels.
She's technically working with 2 brains right now. So
Cheater.
we're gonna have to check the rule book to see if that's legal or not, but I feel like it might be. All right, so let's see. I dropped the link here in the chat for everybody. We've got 1, 2, 3 people in so far. Darwin, Rick Rod, Tasha, Baggins. So Kinshasa, if you click the link there that's in the private chat, you'll be on your way to getting one of these sweet iouNFTs. All right, so for the first round, I'm putting 68 seconds on the clock, and the word is Krang. That is the word you have to define. What does Krang mean? And I'm going to start the round right now. Think of NFTs like keys to the future. Right now, as humans, we interact with businesses and organizations much like ants might their queen, slaving away day in and day out for resources to give to the queen so that she may survive. NFTs turn this one-directional relationship into a community partnership. Owning NFTs of organizations will allow those owners special perks like early access to future products, exclusive content behind paywalls, and access to the inner community. Not only that, but NFTs are transferable, allowing owners to sell at a premium, which in turn appreciate all other NFTs held by community members. So NFTs are part art, part online identity, part admission to a virtual country club, part crypto speculation, part generational wealth, and all real, baby. All right, 3 seconds left. I'm going to add 20 seconds here for Kinshasa, as we normally do for newcomers to the stage. If you have a definition typed up and want to hit enter, we will give you that leeway. All right, everybody is in. So let's read the definitions here for Krang is the word. So here are your options. Number 1, what the kids are calling crayons. Number 2, German slang for money. Number 3, a sound effect you make when you hit your pinky on the corner of a furniture piece. Number 4, the carcass of a whale after the blubber has been removed. Number 5, the moon Krang is referenced as the 3rd moon of Klingon homeworld in Star Trek, the original series. Or number 6, a state of crankiness resulting in an audible onomatopoeia-like sounds. Speaking of audible onomatopoeia-like sounds, I'm getting a little feedback, and now I'm not. So good. We'll keep going. Number one, for Krang, here are your definitions for Krang. Number one, what the kids are calling crayons. Number two, German slang for money. Number three, a sound effect you make when you hit your pinky on the corner of a furniture piece. Number four, the carcass of a whale after the blubber has been removed. Number five, the moon Krang is referenced as the third moon of Klingon, the homeworld in Star Trek, the original series. And number six, a state of crankiness resulting in audible onomatopoeia-like sounds. So those are our options right now. And we'll start the votes. And let's see, we will start with the current. We currently have two people that are tied in the weekly lead. So we're going to defer to Tasha here as the first pick for what the definition of Krang is. What are your thoughts here?
I think number 6, but what was that again?
Number 6 was a state of crankiness resulting in audible onomatopoeia-like sounds.
No, not that one. Maybe it was number 5.
Maybe it was number 5. The moon Krang, referenced as the third moon of Klingon's homeworld in Star Trek, the original series.
Yep, that's what I'm going with.
That's what we're going with. Interesting choice there to start off the round. Baggins, what say you? What are you thinking here?
It's obviously what the kids are calling crayons. One.
Krang. I believe I did hear a couple youths refer to crayons as Krang recently. So I think you might be onto something there as well. Let's see. Darwin, what are your thoughts here on the situation?
I mean, I do like that number one because, I like to talk to the kids. But what's 4?
Number 4 is the carcass of a whale after the blubber has been removed.
That's just calling to me. Just give me that one.
Why
I don't
not?
care what the kids are calling stuff. Give me the blubberless carcass, the beach carcass of the whale. That's what I want.
Darwin wants that Krang, and that means a whale without the blubber. Interesting. Rick Rod, a lot of different choices going out so far. Where are you going to land here?
I'll go with number 5 as well. The Star Trek one.
The moon Krang, referenced as the third moon of Klingon's homeworld in Star Trek, the original.
You're being hypnotized by the headdress.
Darwin calling out a little foul play here from Tasha, possibly with her hypnotizing headdress. And so now here we are, Kinshasa, your move. What do you think of the slate of these definitions, and where are you going?
Definitely whale carcass. I'm pretty sure a Krang. I mean, it's obviously lacking blubber. Krang. No, the blubber is gone. This is a Krang. It's got to be Krang. It's whale blubber all the way. Whale carcass.
Interesting reasoning there. Obviously, without blubber, all you've got left is a Krang. So,
We'll submit these guesses. Got a Krang.
Yeah, I mean, what else could it be? Let's see. Honorable mentions: Kinshasa, a state of crankiness resulting in audible onomatopoeia-like sounds. Almost getting Tasha's vote, although unfortunately not. Likewise, Baggins, German slang for money. And Rick Rod, a sound effect you make when you hit your pinky on the corner of a furniture piece. So interesting. Rick Rod and Kinshasa were kind of on the same wavelength there. Darwin getting a vote from Baggins for what the kids are calling crayons. Krang, which makes a lot of sense. And Tasha getting her own vote and Rick Rod's vote, with the moon Krang is referenced as the third moon of Klingon's homeworld.
The headdress! You totally got cut out there. I covered my eyes when I put in my definition.
And that just might have paid off, because the real definition of Krang is the carcass of a whale after the blubber has been removed, which Darwin ferreted out along with Kinshasa. So good work all around. I'll try to bring up a picture of a Krang here for all the folks at home. Also that's actually all that's coming up is the villain in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Give me my body.
And now it's starting to make sense. Maybe that was an intentional wordplay there. Who knows? Who knows? But all right, so off to a great start here. Darwin leading the pack with 2 points, followed closely by Tasha and Kinshasa, each with 1 point apiece. Baggins and Rickrod here are still not on the leaderboard, still not on the scoreboard, but we do have 2 rounds left to play, so still some time to make up that lost ground. We're going to play again, and this time, so round 2, we're going to define a biography of a person. I'm going to put 80 seconds on the clock here for you guys, and the person is going to be named Kathleen Casey. That is the name of the person that you need to define. 80 seconds on the clock, and we're going to start that round right now. Look, I know what you're thinking. How do I play this game? Get in on these NFTs. Quit my corporate job. Well, let me tell you, it's easy. We run 2 competitions daily. Word Hoax, which you're currently watching, and Clash of the Pencils, a 1-page story contest where the internet public picks the winner each night. Both are a quick creative workout to get your mind right during the day, not to mention the fame, glory, and NFTs. If you're interested in playing either of these games, reach out to me, Tom Sherman, in one of the following ways. On social media, send me a DM in Twitter at ShermQ5 or at Story Squad HQ. Give us both a follow while you're there. If you're watching on the Facebook stream, send me a message. Other contact methods include any other way you can think of reaching me, up to but not exclusively playing 6 Degrees of Tom Sherman, smoke signals, and of course, skywriting. Whew. Welcome, RadioHarrison, by the way.
Dude.
You're a little late, but
I totally botched. So, but I'm gonna see if I can come in here and add some value.
Just clean up shop. Yeah. Well, you will have a chance to guess this round. If you log into the Word Hoax, drop the link in the chat there for you. So get on in there, and we will start reading these definitions right now. Unfortunately, we only got five answers in. Looks like Kinshasa just couldn't quite beat the buzzer there. Tough start there for Kinshasa on this round. Kathleen Casey is the word, or is the human rather. Number 1, a Canadian book author that is very famous for her romantic drama works. Number 2, she was born 1 second after midnight on January 1st, 1946, making Casey the first baby boomer in history. Number 3, founder of Mothers Against Drunk Drivers, who successfully lobbied to get the American legal age of alcohol consumption changed from 18 to 21 years old in 1989. Number 4, the best friend of the character Nancy Drew. Or number 5, the granddaughter of Casey Jones from the Grateful Dead song. So those are your options. We'll run through them again. For Kathleen Casey, number 1, a Canadian book author that is very famous for her romantic/drama works. Number 2, she was born 1 second after midnight on January 1st, 1946, making Casey the first baby boomer in history. Number 3, founder of Mothers Against Drunk Drivers, who successfully lobbied to get the American legal age for alcohol consumption changed from 18 to 21 years old in 1989. Number 4, the best friend of the character Nancy Drew. Or number 5, the granddaughter of Casey Jones from the Grateful Dead song. So those are our options. We're going to start the voting. And let's see, Darwin, you are the current leader. So you get the honors here for who is Kathleen Casey.
Okay, there's some good definitions here. I love that boomer one. It's calling me. And Grateful Dead. Come on, also a little boomerish. But, I think I'm gonna go with 3.
Going with 3. The founder of Mothers Against Drunk Drivers, who successfully lobbied to get the American legal age for alcohol.
That's a boomer trifecta. It's all boomer, all 3 of them.
All boomer all the time here. And so this is the one you're going with. Number 3, the Mothers Against Drunk Drivers lobbied to change the alcohol consumption age from 18 to 21 in 1989.
You know what? I couldn't decide, but in the end, I'm mad over Tasha's interactive headdress, so that's why I went with that choice, Tom.
Wow. It sounds like, last time you said you just closed your eyes and pick, and this time it seems like you're falling victim to exactly what Tasha wants you to
and I know I'm going to pay the price, but you know what? I don't care, because sometimes it's just about gameplay, Tasha.
Fair enough. With that, let's move to Tasha with her interactive headdress. What are you thinking here of these definitions?
Sorry about that. My audio actually cut out. Can you repeat the definitions quickly, maybe?
Sure. Let's see. Number 1, a Canadian book author that is very famous for her romantic/drama works. Number 2, she was born 1 second after midnight on January 1st, 1946, making Casey the first baby boomer in history. Number 3, a founder of Mothers Against Drunk Drivers who successfully lobbied to get the American legal age for alcohol consumption changed from 18 to 21 years old in 1989. Number 4, the best friend of the character Nancy Drew. Or number 5, the granddaughter of Casey Jones from the Grateful Dead song.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the drunk drivers one.
Interesting. Flanking Darwin here. So apparently Darwin did not fall for Tasha's trap fully, although maybe still in his own head from that headgear. Let's see. Let's go to Kinshasa, currently in 3rd place or tied for 2nd with 1 point. What are your thoughts here on the definitions?
That the drunk driving age raising seems compelling. I think it's that.
Interesting. Going with the 3rd option, which is the mad lobbying to change the drinking age. Interesting. Calling a lot of people's names here, getting a bit of a groundswell. Sackville-Baggins, what do you think here? Is
Nancy Drew, best friend. Literary.
Going with Nancy Drew's best friend, number 4.
Your words, Greg.
That's and Sackville-Baggins is very well read, so he might be onto something there. And Rick Rod, what are you about to say, Sackville?
I'm a Nancy Drew completionist.
I don't know what that means.
All 300 of them.
Oh wow, that's intense.
I know you're not kidding either.
Rick Rod, what do you think here? Is anybody on the right path, or are you going somewhere else?
I think it's number 5. It just sounds too specific.
The granddaughter of Casey Jones from the Grateful Dead song. Are you a Grateful Dead fan?
Not really.
Not really. Well, let's see if that pays off. RadioHarrison, now here, this is your chance to get on the board and not give someone points. Otherwise, you're just going to be extending their lead. What are you thinking here?
Do I have to vote?
Yeah, you have to vote. You got to play to win.
Ooh, that's playing to lose here.
Can't vote for your own when you show up late.
Yeah, that's true. Honestly, in a round like this, that probably removes my strongest strategy. because I'm not sure where
Which
else.
is to vote for yourself and take 0 points, but also not give anyone points.
Yeah, try to lobby, try to seem like that's convincing. So, what was number 2?
The oldest boomer, or the first boomer. She was born 1 second after midnight on January 1st, 1946, making Casey the first baby boomer in history.
And what was number 1?
A Canadian book author that is very famous for her romantic/drama works.
Oh. And drunk driving is the third one?
That is correct.
Okay.
I'm going to have to put a shot clock here on you.
All right, and what's number 4?
Oh, my gosh. the
Hold
best
on, because
friend
I know
of
the
Nancy
other
Drew.
one. Just throw in keywords.
Nancy Drew's best friend.
Okay.
Cliff notes.
Okay. Yeah. That's tough.
3 seconds. 2, 1.
Nancy Drew's best friend.
Nancy Drew's best friend it is. A lot of deliberation here from RadioHarrison.
Wait, hold on. Did Kinshasa say he's a Nancy Drew completionist?
Baggins said that.
Oh. No chance. I don't believe that.
Well, it's too late. You kind of already.
True.
Yeah, I don't think that's true.
Honorable mentions to Rick Rod
He's calling you out.
for a
I think
Canadian book
Sackville
author.
reads like nerdier books than Nancy Drew.
Let's see, getting some votes. Darwin getting Rick Rod's vote with the granddaughter of Casey Jones from the Grateful Dead song. Tasha getting Baggins and RadioHarrison's vote with the best friend of the character, Nancy Drew. Meanwhile, Baggins taken down 3 votes this round with the founder of Mothers Against Drunk Drivers, who successfully lobbied to get the American legal age for alcohol consumption changed from 18 to 21 years old in 1989. Tasha, Darwin, and Kinshasa all falling for that hoax.
Well played.
In the real Kathleen Casey, she was born 1 second after midnight on January 1st, 1946, making her the oldest baby boomer, or the first baby boomer in history.
It was the boomer round.
Yes, it sure was. And you were so close. So close. You had your finger on the pulse there, Darwin. Just let it go. You got caught in Tasha's hat. It's unfortunate. We'll reveal the results. So let's see. Now, Baggins jumping from last to first, tied for first with Darwin with 3 points, as well as Tasha picking up 2 points. So we've got let's see, the Darwin, Baggins, and Tasha all here with the lead, and Rick Rod, RadioHarrison with 0. Kinshasa has 1 point, still there in the mix. So going into this final round, going to be a big round here, folks. Whoever takes home the cake in this round might be the winner. That's what I'm just thinking. I don't know. I can't see into the future, but I can put 95 seconds on the clock and upload the movie title into the system. And it's a good one here. It is called, well, I'm just going to wait 1 second to get everything set up. Put in there. All right. We've got 95 seconds on the clock for the movie title, The Man with Two Brains. That is the name of the movie title. You have 95 seconds to complete that plot line.
I don't know what to say, really. When you get old in life, you find out life is this game of words. I mean, the difference between winning and losing here is so small. You know, one adjective too late or too early, you don't quite describe it. One plot line too slow, too fast, you don't hook your readers. The words we need are everywhere around us. They're in every story, every setting, every sentence. On this app, we fight for each word. On this app, we tear our rough drafts to pieces for that word. We claw with our fingernails for that word. Because we know when we add up all those words, that's going to make the difference between winning and losing, between living and dying. And that's what living is. The 6 words in front of your face. Now, I can't make you do it. You got to look into the mirror, look into your eyes. And I think you're going to see an author willing to go get that word with you. That's Clash of the Pencils, folks. That's all it is.
All right, let's see. We're waiting on RadioHarrison and Kinshasa's answers. Everyone else is in. We've got 13 seconds on the clock left for those submissions. Kinshasa is in. RadioHarrison. Wow, buzzer beater. That was one for the history books, folks. Let's see here. All right, the movie title is The Man with Two Brains. Let's start the voting. Let's start the voting. All right, The Man with Two Brains. Number 1, an anthology story about the loss of innocence. This 1984 Norwegian classic kicks off at a ski chalet with someone eavesdropping on a private conversation. This leads to an international spy conspiracy thriller. Number 2, a comedy flick about a man whose head is too big that it looks as if he has 2 brains. Number 3, a short film used as a marketing piece for the probiotic supplement that explains how the gut is your second brain. Number 4, mad scientist Deke Dribbler finds he can surgically attach 2 bodies in the elective body augmentation surgery known as the Siamese twinning reversal. Number 5, could only use 10% of his brain, resulting in 20% brain power, well short of the human potential. Irony, psychology, drama. Number 6, a brain surgeon marries a femme fatale, causing his life to turn upside down. Things go more awry when he falls in love with a talking brain. Or number 7, the story of a mad scientist who is so desperate to resurrect his mentor that he puts his brain into another man's head. All right, so The Man with Two Brains. Is it, number 1, an anthology story about the loss of innocence? This 1984 Norwegian classic kicks off at a ski chalet with someone eavesdropping on a private conversation. This leads to an international spy conspiracy thriller. Number 2, a comedy flick about a man whose head is too big that it looks like it has 2 brains. That it looks as if he has 2 brains. Excuse me. Number 3, a short film used as a marketing piece for a probiotic supplement that explains how the gut is your second brain. Number 4, mad scientist Deke Dribbler finds he can surgically attach 2 bodies in the elective body augmentation surgery known as the Siamese twinning reversal. Number 5, could only use 10% of his brain, resulting in 20% brain power, well short of the human potential. Irony, psychology, drama. Number 6, a brain surgeon marries a femme fatale, causing his life to turn upside down. Things go more awry when he falls in love with a talking brain. Or number 7, the story of a mad scientist who is so desperate to resurrect his mentor that he puts his brain into another man's head. So those are your options here. We'll start the voting. And Darwin, you're still on top here as the, everyone caught up to you, but you were the first one there. So we're going to start with you. What are your thoughts here on all these options?
Wait, so number 6, is that the one with the talking brain?
Yes. A brain surgeon marries a femme fatale, causing his life to turn upside down. Things go more awry when he falls in love with a talking brain.
And what's number 4?
Mad scientist Deke Dribbler finds he can surgically attach 2 bodies in the elective
Okay. I don't want the talking brain one. That's hilarious, but I don't want that one. I want number 4.
Want number 4, the mad scientist who can perform the Siamese twinning reversal. Interesting. Let's see. Baggins, it's up to you. What are your thoughts here?
The probiotic marketing was so brilliant. That one.
I
Going
knew you
with-
were gonna choose. Gross.
Let's see. That was number 3, a short film used as a marketing piece for a probiotic supplement that explains how the gut is your second brain. Interesting. Let's see. Tasha, you're on the board now, or on the. I don't know.
What was number 1 again?
Number 1, an anthology story about the loss of innocence. 1984 Norwegian classic kicks off at a ski chalet with someone eavesdropping on a private conversation. This leads to an international spy conspiracy thriller.
No, that one's just too long. That's obviously too long.
Mm.
It's like purposely too long. So I'm gonna go with the second brain in the gut as well.
Flanking Baggins here, a short film used as a marketing piece about probiotic supplement that explains how the gut is your second brain. Kinshasa, you need a big round here, and I think that means that you might need to pick the right one as well. So what are your thoughts here?
I'm going with the Norwegian one.
Going with the Norwegian one. Is
It's
that what
always
you would
Norway. It's, you know, that you can't lie about the Norwegians. It's got to be that.
Yeah, I mean, I've never lied about Norwegians, so that makes sense to me. An anthology story about the loss of innocence, starting in a ski chalet, ending with an international spy conspiracy thriller. I mean, I would watch it if nothing else. Rick Rod, what are your thoughts here?
I'm also going with the one that says that this is second brain the gut. Honestly, that's the coolest one.
The short film is a marketing piece for the probiotic supplement that explains how the gut is your second brain.
Yep,
Interesting.
That sounds great.
Yeah, I would watch it, and I might even buy that supplement. I don't know. It depends on how effective that marketing was. RadioHarrison, where are you going here, and why?
I like the 2 brains about the gut biome. I'm interested in spy thrillers. What's number 4 again?
That one was the mad scientist that performs Siamese twinning reversals.
It's long. It seems like it'd be tough to write out. And what was after that?
Could only use 10% of his brain, resulting in 20% brain power, well short of the human potential. Irony, psychology, drama.
That's a good one. We've had one before that had like words like that.
Kind of like a noir sort of feel to it.
Yeah. And what was the one after that?
A brain surgeon marries a femme fatale, causing his life to turn upside down. Things go more awry when he falls in love with a talking brain.
I don't know. I just don't know. There's a lot of new players here, so I don't know their ability to just throw like words out like that, like awry or femme fatale. But that's why the reversal is intense.
So is this your choice then? The brain surgeon femme fatale with things go awry?
No, I don't think so.
Killing me. All right, what's your choice?
I mean, this is crazy.
You got 3 seconds. 2, 1.
I'll go with that. That's fine.
All right. After the shot clock expires, or as it expires, RadioHarrison going with a brain surgeon marrying a femme fatale. We'll submit the guesses. Honorable mentions here for Kinshasa. Could use 10% of his brain, resulting in 20% brain power, well short of the human potential. Irony, psychology, drama. An interesting title that almost got RadioHarrison's vote. Unfortunately, he dabbled in a little too long. Darwin, writing the story of a mad scientist who is so desperate to resurrect his mentor that he puts his brain into another man's head. Rick Rod also writing a comedy flick about a man whose head is too big, that it looks as if he has two brains. Those getting some votes, RadioHarrison writing an anthology about the loss of innocence. This 1984 Norwegian classic kicks off at a ski chalet, ends with international spy conspiracy thriller, getting Kinshasa's vote, which ironically enough,
I can't believe nobody was in on that. That's like, those were so many words.
It's, you
know, I barely know what they mean.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. It seems
I don't know what an anthology is, to be honest.
Well,
whole lot of hoaxing going on.
Yeah, whole lot of hoaxing. I do give you props for shattering Kinshasa's innocence, who thought that no one could lie about Norwegians. So you did. You did succeed.
You obviously don't know me, buddy.
RadioHarrison can lie about anything.
What does that mean?
Well, I was just saying specifically about Norwegians, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Baggins, meanwhile, writing, mad scientist Deke Dribbler finds he can surgically attach two bodies in the elective body augmentation surgery known as Siamese twinning reversal, getting Darwin's vote. Tasha, meanwhile, writing a short film used as a marketing piece for a probiotic supplement that explains how the gut is your second brain, which got Baggins and Rick Rod's vote, as well as her own vote. Again, going with the old head fake and picking up a couple votes. And the real definition was voted on by RadioHarrison. A brain surgeon marries a femme fatale, causing his life to turn upside down.
Yeah.
Things go more awry when he falls in love with a talking brain. So I'm gonna play this real quick and take us off the screen so my internet doesn't freeze up, and we'll just see.
He's a world-famous brain surgeon. The only time we doctors should accept death is when it's caused by our own incompetence. Blade scalpel, Metzenbaum scissors. Who wants only one thing in a woman? That cat out of here. The perfect mind in the perfect body. Steve Martin's out of control in The Man with Two Brains. She's not right. She's dead. Dead. I better get her to a cemetery right away. 10. Jumpy? 6 weeks and you haven't made love to your wife yet? Into the mud, scum queen. Oh, you have no hair. Oh, sorry.
Were you out on the lake today kissing your brain?
As far as I'm concerned, you're the most complete woman I've ever known. All my life, I wanted women with great bodies. Why? I've had the top of her head off, but that's as far as it went. Go, Chester! Steve Martin, the man with two brains. You'll laugh your cranium off. Yeah. Rated R. Starts Friday, June 3rd. Check newspapers for local listing.
Oh my God.
Wow. Interesting stuff there from Steve Martin, the man with two brains.
That movie made so much money.
That's Oscar material. Maybe retroactively if they didn't work.
That's I liked the part where he got accused of kissing his brain out on the pond or something like that, and then he's got it all dressed up. Like, that's ridiculous. What an interesting.
Gross. That was gross.
Wow.
I think I'm gonna watch that this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, it can't be bad. I mean, well, it can't. You know what I'm saying. It can't be that bad.
It can be hilariously bad.
Right,
Steve Martin always makes me laugh. So.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So interesting. I wish I could find these more easily sometimes. But anyways, let's look at the scoreboard and see what we got. Tasha on top with 5, Baggins with 4, Darwin with 3, RadioHarrison with 2, Kinshasa with 1, Rick Rod with 0. Just making a nice little 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Good work, guys. That's I don't know if that was planned, but it kind of, adds a nice little, and here we go on top of the podium, Tasha, really cinching it with the short marketing film. So Tasha, let's take us through your brain here, writing about the man with two brains and how you came up with that brilliant definition.
So really, I just thought about, I put that thought, the words into my brain, right? And then a part of my brain lit up about the second brain idea that I had heard about, being in your gut. And I decided to go with that because it sounded very interesting and it might light some other people's brains up. And then it was just going about it in a clever manner and how I would get that into, so went with a marketing film.
Kind of going with your gut about going with your gut for the second brain.
So true.
Wow. That's and then that's why you bring home one of these IOU NFTs.
Yes.
That's, that's the good stuff. Baggins in second, your big definition of the day was the founder of the Mothers Against Drunk Drivers. So where did that come from? Is your mother part of MAD? And
she's not, but I remember that, like, people, it just, the name sort of evoked something, and I remember that was like at that age range, that was a common complaint, so I kind of leveraged on it. I don't know if at 1989 was the right move, but I took a page out of Harrison's playbook, put that specific date on there for the plausible.
Yeah, I think that's what really got people, is it was long and also specific, oddly specific. So great work there. Darwin in third on the podium. And your definition that got you the votes to earn this slot was Krang does not mean what the kids are calling crayons. But can we make it that? Because I think that's just a great definition of Krang.
I agree. I also think that I probably deserve to be number one instead of third. And I think you should mint that. Just mint it. That's the definition of Krang.
Yeah, I mean, we can definitely mint the definition. I'll run it up through the higher ups to see if we can retroactively get you first place here for that definition.
It's what I deserve, Tom. I'm just here for what's mine.
I'm with you. I'm with you. And well, that wraps up another round of the Word Hoax public tournament. Let's see. I could update the scoreboard, I guess, and we could see what's going on here. So Tasha got 5.
Wow.
Sackville got 4. Let's see. Darwin got 3. Darwin got 3. Harrison got 2. And then Kinshasa getting 1. So let's see. Wow, look at this. Harrison losing the top slot of the overall leaderboard here to Sackville-Baggins by a point. But meanwhile, Tasha taking the monthly lead away and the weekly lead away from Sackville-Baggins. So Tasha, you have a bullseye on your back moving forward. She seems all right with it.
Heavy is the head with the crown. Is that how it goes?
Whoa!
Okay.
Look at that.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure she had that line queued up for at least 48 minutes and 20 seconds. But good work all around, guys. And I'm going to end this broadcast right now. So thanks a lot for joining us. Be sure to tune in to Clash of the Pencils live stream tonight. Join us here tomorrow, same time, same place, for a different hoax.